Good morning and welcome to Before the Noise. My name is Chad Prather. In John chapter 1, verse 1 says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning, and through him all things were made, and without him nothing was made that has been made." I'd like to remind you this morning that before there was ever a sunrise, there was the Word. Before breath was ever breathed, before laws were passed, or wounds inflicted, or pain was felt, or love was declared, there was the Word. And the Word, of course, was Jesus. And today, before the morning alarm buzzed, before the anxiety crept in, before your feet even hit the floor, or the lies even hit your mind, there was the Word. He was there. And he's not just a word, he's the Word, eternal, unchanging, fierce with love, and burning with light in your soul. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. You see, Jesus is not just a messenger of God. He is the message. He's the eternal Word made flesh, the full expression of God's heart, mind, and his voice. So before creation, before time, before breath, he was. And when God spoke, it was Christ who moved, creating, sustaining, ultimately redeeming. He's the divine logic behind all existence, the Word who became a man so that man could know the Word. So let me ask you something. This morning, what are you building your day on? Right now, what are you building your day on? Because if you start with fear, you're going to walk in fear today. If you start with comparison, you're going to carry insecurity. But if you start with an acknowledgement, a belief, an embrace of the Word, I believe today you can walk in power, peace, and in purpose. You see, you're not walking through some random chaotic life. You're not an accident. You're being held together moment by moment by the one who spoke galaxies into being and chose you as the place where he wanted to dwell. See, John, when he begins his gospel, doesn't begin with a baby in a manger. He begins with eternity. And the reason is because John wants you to see something profound. Jesus didn't start when you started needing him. He's not a last resort. He's your first reality. He was with God and he was God in the beginning. That means your story didn't start with your trauma. It didn't start with being victimized. It didn't begin with your divorce, your diagnosis, or your bankruptcy, or your broken heart. Your story started with the Word that was present, the Word that was with God, the Word that was God. Jesus, he's not reacting to your situation today. He's ruling over it. You see, you're not just a human having a spiritual experience. You're a spiritual being navigating a human experience, and I want you to let that sink in today. Because the most human thing you can do right now is return to the divine one who formed you. Return to him. Verse 3 says it as clear as daylight. Through him all things were made, and without him nothing was made that has been made. I hope you realize that includes you. You're not a cosmic accident. You're not a leftover part or a parental decision. You're not what happened to you, and you're not what they say about you. See, you were spoken into being by the Word himself. You were made on purpose, with purpose, through purpose. And I want to get real with you for a second. How do you live like that? How do you anchor your day to something eternal when everything feels so temporary and fleeting, passing you by so fast? How do you find stability when emotions are shifting like the wind? Well, I want to give you 3 intentional steps today to reset your mindset and live today with clarity and with courage and perhaps with some joy. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to begin with the Word and not with the world. Let the first voice you hear today be the one who was there in the beginning. The news and the headlines won't settle your heart. Social media will not renew your mind. The group chat will not carry your soul, but the Word will. So try this. Before you check your phone, check your spirit. Read these verses from John chapter 1. Sit with them. Ask the Holy Spirit to breathe life into them, and then carry them with you like armor today. The second thing I want you to do is remember who made you and why that matters. You were made through him. not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. He built your wiring. He put you together. He sees your sensitivity. He sees your weaknesses. He sees your tears, and he designed your strength. He knows what you're capable of because he built you. You don't need to prove your worth today. You just need to remember it. So I want you to try this. Go look in your mirror when we're done here in a few moments and say, I was made through him. My life is not random. I'm going to walk with purpose today. Don't cringe. It may feel silly, but declare it. You're not speaking from your ego, you're speaking from your origin. The third thing I'll ask you to do is speak life like the word did. Speak life today the way Jesus did. Jesus created by speaking, not striving, not scrambling, not sweating, but by speaking. So today, instead of reacting in stress, I want you to respond with life. Let your words be creative and not destructive. Build people, encourage, bless others, and speak peace over your own life, even if you're in the storm. Trust me, I know how hard that is. So try this. I want you to text someone today an encouragement. Call them, leave a voice memo. In fact, text them and say, I'm going to call you and I don't want you to answer. I want it to go to voicemail. And I'm going to leave a voice memo of a prayer for you. As you walk through your house today, I want you to speak blessings over it. Let the word in you speak life through you. There's so much power in that if you'll let it happen. Here's the truth. You were made by the word. You're held together by the word, and you're being transformed by the word. The word is not absent from your story. He is the author of it. And the same voice that said, let there be light there in the beginning still whispers to you in the darkness. He says, let there be peace. Let there be healing. Let there be hope again. Let there be you, alive, full of purpose, and grounded in him. Don't just visit the word. Start with the word. Start with him. Let him be your first breath, your grounding force, your North Star, your compass, your true direction. Because when you begin with the one who was there first, you're not going to fall apart when the world gets loud today. You're going to be steady. I believe you're going to be anchored, and I believe you're going to feel alive. Start with him. Start with the word. Sit with him in these moments, and I promise you everything else will follow. Take that time to care for your own soul by talking to the one who created it and then breathed life into it. In the beginning, before you ever were, was the Word. And the Word was with God, and he was God. And everything that you see around you, including the things you don't see, your emotions, your feelings, all of those things, they were all created by him. Everything that has been made was made by him. He has the ability to speak that word into your soul today and bring healing and life and resurrection. And resident within every word that God speaks is the power to perform it. So I want to say thank you for spending a few sacred minutes with me today before the noise. My prayer is that you will walk into whatever comes next, not empty but filled, not rushed but rooted, not reactive but renewed. So take a deep breath and trust in the fact that you know that God is already ahead of you. I will see you tomorrow, same place, same peace, before the noise. I love y'all, and God bless.